All right, let's get back to the business at hand. San Diego State looking to bounce back after a bad loss at home to UNLV, and this is a tough one. On the road against Fresno State. Joining us right now, it was so great to see him back in action. Can they bounce back? Our dear friend, our buddy, Juwan Washington. Aztecs running back on with the Cannons. Juwan, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. All right, Juwan, what's been the mood? Let's start with the coaches and how they handled the team in the aftermath of obviously a very stinging loss against UNLV. What's it been like the last couple of days?
We've just been trying to get the energy back high, move on from last week and just get better this week. Focus on the game coming up.
Juwan, what was the message from Coach Long directly after the game? And I know he just had an extended period talking with you. What's he been telling you guys?
Just things that didn't go our way, we got to try to fix moving on forward. We just want to move on and, get better next week. You don't want to dwell on the last week's loss too much. I feel like that's what we did last year and kind of hurt us coming into next week. So we just been focusing on this week and the team we have this week.
Absolutely, Juwan. Juwan, we were looking at it this way. It was great to see you back in the New Mexico game. You had the 2 big touchdown runs, including the one that turned out to be the game clincher. So we're thinking, all right, perfect timing. Juwan's back. Chapman's back. Little tune-up game at home against a winless in-conference play UNLV team, and they get ready for the big showdown to decide who's going to represent the Mountain West Conference Championship game at Fresno State. But you really struggled early in the game to get any kind of rushing yards. Was it just the fact that UNLV sold out and just put 10 in the box? What was going on that was making the running game so difficult to manufacture this last Saturday?
Yeah, they came out really good early trying to stop the run. They had a lot of guys in the box, and there's one thing they kind of focused on was they didn't want us to run the ball too much, so we had to do some things differently to switch it up. That's why we threw for a lot of yards last week also. So, we had just had to make other plays and other positions because they were trying to stack the box so much.
Aztecs running back Juwan Washington with us here on the Loose Cannons. Juwan, as that game is unfolding and you're getting down to crunch time, you're one of the leaders on this team. You're, one of the guys that other guys on the team are looking to for maybe a pick-me-up, whatever the case may be. Does it finally just boil down to where you have to say, listen, I'm done saying what I have to say. You guys have to go out there and play?
Oh, yeah. You just got to keep everybody going and have that motivational mentality when you're going out there every play and just lead by example. That's really the main thing. And once the other guys see you going, and that's when they want to go out there and get things going. And we just need more plays to go out there to get the team going and spark some energy on the sideline. I think that's what we've been missing for the last few weeks. So that's what we're going to focus on this week, trying to get some plays going out there and get everybody going.
Juwan, you're taking on Fresno State. 2 years ago, this was a program that won 1 game. Jed Tedford took over, and they guys shocked you at Sdsu Stadium last year, and they're every bit as good this year. What have you learned playing against Fresno State? What is going to be the biggest challenge going against this team up at Fresno this Saturday?
Just fighting through adversity. Credit to those guys. They're going to come out there swinging. They're going to be out there ready to play. We just got to fight back through everything that happens to us. It's going to be a hard-fought physical game. And when we're going to get some punches on us, we're going to throw something back at them. So we just got to go out there and respond to everything that happens and finish strong.
Juwan, when you look at the Bulldogs' defense, what's their strongest area? Is it D-line? Is it linebackers? Is it secondary? Where do they pose the biggest threat?
They're pretty solid all around. They got a really good linebacker. They got great DBs. They're just a physical group, and we know we have to go out there and be physical up front, which we're known for doing. And once we do that, wear and tears on defenses, and we just have to go out there and play physical, and we'll be good.
I know we're sort of belaboring this a little bit, Juwan. We appreciate you sort of hanging in there with us. But, again, every single week, Rocky Long's been saying the same thing, that he's been harping on this team over and over again, that you can't overlook a team, you can't overlook a lead in a game. Every single game has gone down the wire seemingly this season. This time you got burned against a team you should have beaten, UNLV. If Rocky Long continues to deliver this message every week, why has it been so difficult for this team to put together 60 minutes of really good football?
It's just something that goes on, and that's just how it's been going on for the season. And we know we just respond to everything that happens. You never know what the game's going to be like or how it's going to go when the game starts. And the main thing is you can't overlook anybody also because, you never know when someone's going to come out there and give you their best shot. And that's what we've been kind of getting from every team this year is the defenses and offenses, their best games. They come out there and they're ready to play it with us. So I think that's one thing that helps also, and that just makes it a close game.
Juwan, focusing on something that's positive. You're back in the lineup, coming back from the injury. How are you feeling physically?
Oh, I'm feeling good physically. Not too banged up as we would as a normal season when you're playing every game. But that little break I got kind of helped me out a little bit, so I'm pretty fresh coming in these last few weeks.
Well, we'll have a short memory of that. Juwan will be lost if you guys go and get the job done this Saturday up in Fresno. Juwan, we appreciate you taking time out. I know you guys are getting serious right now. This is obviously the season coming up on Saturday. We wish you all the best, Juwan. We'll talk to you down the road.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
Juwan.
that's Juwan Washington.